Congratulations! You've just been born as a dragon in the year 2025. Your parents are overjoyed. The medieval fantasy fans are excited, and you're about to spend the next 500 years discovering exactly why this was the worst possible timing in history. Your problems start immediately. The hospital wasn't prepared for a dragon birth, so your mother had to give birth in a veterinary clinic, which insurance doesn't cover because dragons aren't technically animals. But hospitals don't accept dragon patients because you're not technically human. Your birth certificate becomes a legal nightmare. What species do you put down? The clerk at City Hall has never dealt with this and keeps calling their supervisor. You end up classified as other, which will haunt you for the rest of your life on every government form. As a baby dragon, you're about the size of a large dog, but you already breathe small puffs of fire when you cry. This means your parents can't use normal baby products, cribs, car seats, strollers, everything melts. Custom baby gear costs $50,000 and takes 8 months to manufacture, by which time you've already outgrown it. Daycare is impossible. No facility will accept a fire-breathing infant, even if you're technically safer than human babies, because you can't choke on small objects, you just incinerate them. Your parents have to quit their jobs to stay home with you, which destroys the family finances right from the start. The growth rate is another nightmare. You go from dog-sized to car-sized in about 6 months. Your parents have to move houses 3 times in your first year just to accommodate your expansion. Elementary school is where things get really ugly. You're now the size of a small elephant, but you still have the mental development of a 7-year-old. The school can't accommodate you physically. You don't fit through doors, your weight cracks the floor, and you accidentally set the art supplies on fire during craft time. Everyone is scared of you, teachers and students alike. The school district has to hire structural engineers to reinforce buildings just so you can attend classes. Making friends is impossible. Other kids are either terrified of you or want to use you for clout on social media. Check out my friend who's a real dragon. Becomes exhausting when you just want to play tag, except you can't play tag because you accidentally demolish the playground equipment. Your parents get called to school constantly. Your child sneezed during math class, and now we need to replace all the textbooks. Your child got excited during recess and created a small wildfire. Your child tried to help hang decorations and accidentally destroyed the gymnasium ceiling. The bullying is relentless. Kids call you names, throw things at you, and when you finally lose your temper and roar back. High school is somehow worse. You're now 30 feet long and going through dragon puberty, which means your fire breath is unpredictable and much more intense. The school has to install industrial ventilation systems and keep the fire department on speed dial. You get the sense that everyone around you is trying to adapt to you, but it only gets worse as the years go forward. You get a cell phone and almost burn it when sneezing one day. College applications are a joke. Extracurricular activities. Tried to join the track team but kept melting the track. Attempted drama club but kept accidentally destroying props. Considered joining debate team, but my arguments were literally too heated. Student loans are calculated by size, not need, so you end up borrowing $800,000 for a bachelor's degree, because you need custom everything: desks, chairs, dorm rooms. Your room is actually a converted aircraft hangar that costs $15,000 per semester. Dating in college is a disaster. Dating apps ask for height, and you have to put 60 feet, which everyone assumes is a joke until you show up to the coffee shop and can't fit inside. Most first dates end with fire department calls. Your college experience is basically 4 years of "we didn't think this through." The career counselor has no idea what to do with a dragon. Have you considered tourism? Maybe birthday parties? Graduation is humiliating. You can't fit on stage, so you have to receive your diploma in the parking lot while everyone else is inside the auditorium. The ceremony gets live-streamed, specifically so people can laugh at the dragon graduation on social media. Your first job search is hopeless. Every interview goes the same way. We love your qualifications, but followed by concerns about workplace safety, insurance liability, and the fact that you can't fit in the office building. You end up working freelance, birthday parties, and corporate events. Dragon Entertainment LLC becomes your business. Your social media presence becomes your entire identity. Dragon_training to adult gets 2 million followers, but the sponsorship deals are all for things you can't use. Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace, a website I can't build because my claws destroy keyboards. By age 200, which is like 35 in dragon years, you're having a full existential crisis. You're still doing birthday parties, still living in converted warehouses, still fighting the same legal battles over noise complaints and fire hazard citations. It's drama and trauma on repeat. You try to settle down and start a dragon family, but finding another dragon is nearly impossible. There are maybe 50 dragons worldwide, and most of them are dealing with the same problems. You are. Dragon dating apps have 12 total users across 3 continents. If you do find a partner, the housing situation becomes even more impossible. 2 dragons need a space the size of an airplane hangar, which costs $25,000 per month and comes with noise, restrictions that prevent normal dragon conversation volumes. Having dragon children means repeating this entire nightmare cycle. Your kids will face the same problems you did, except worse. Because society still hasn't figured out how to accommodate dragons, and probably never will. You start considering dragon therapy, but there are no dragon therapists. Human therapists keep trying to treat your identity issues and suggest you might be happier if you embraced your human side, which is both insulting and medically impossible. You can only do therapy on Zoom because the counselors are too scared of being burned to meet you in person. As you age, your health problems multiply. Dragon arthritis affects your ability to fly, but there are no dragon mobility aids. You can't get a wheelchair. You weigh 15 tons. You can't get a ramp installed. Your house would need to be rebuilt from the foundation up. Your fire breath starts to weaken, which sounds like a blessing until you realize that breathing fire is how dragons regulate their internal temperature. Without it, you develop serious health problems. But there are no dragon doctors who understand this. Healthcare becomes impossible. You need surgery, but no operating room can accommodate your size. The anesthesia required would cost $100,000, and that's assuming they can find a veterinarian willing to work on a creature this large, who also has medical training equivalent to human surgery. Your insurance has been fighting you for 400 years. Every claim gets denied because your pre-existing condition, being a dragon. They argue that fire breathing is an elective procedure, and flying is recreational activity, so injuries related to either aren't covered. You're forced to spend your final centuries in chronic pain, financially ruined, and isolated from society. The same generation of humans who grew up watching you at birthday parties now see you as a burden on the healthcare system. Even death is complicated for dragons. You can't be buried in normal cemeteries. You're too big. Cremation is impossible. You're fireproof. Your body needs to be handled as hazardous waste because of residual fire breath chemicals. Your funeral can't be held in any normal venue. Your family has to rent an airplane hangar and hope the fire marshal doesn't shut it down for occupancy violations. The obituary section charges by the word. and explaining a 500-year lifespan costs $2,000. Your legacy is a handful of viral videos from children's birthday parties and a Wikipedia page that argues about whether dragons were ever real, despite extensive documentation of your entire life. The worst part? The next generation of baby dragons will face all the same problems, except worse. Because climate change means fire-breathing creatures are even less welcome in society. So there you have it, the complete life cycle of being born a dragon in the modern world. Every single stage is worse than the last, and it never gets better. Next time you're having a bad day, remember that at least your species figured out how to coexist with modern society. Some of us are still trying.